pretty sure we have sound. I feel positive. I feel good.
Surely.
Amy is telling me, like, giving me props in the chat, and that's what we love Amy for, because she tells me when things are going right and wrong. Yay! And yes, the chat has already noticed we have full cast back. It's so exciting. Yes, we're very, very excited. So thank you so much. All right, so kia ora and welcome to Fate of Isen Book 2. We are a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition podcast made by a bunch of Kiwi comedians from Whanganui-a-Tara, Aotearoa, Wellington, NZ. That's a lie now, but, you know, we're sticking with it. We could
Originally.
Hey,
you said from.
We kurero paki, we tell a whole lot of jokes, and we have a whole lot of fun along the way. So thank you for joining us here again today. I saw a bunch of you in the chat getting hyped, getting excited already, because it was Isen Day, that's right. And it was exciting to see you here before we even went live. Very, very cool. And if it is your first time joining Isen today, well, welcome. And for your Fateys coming home, death is in front of you, death. I'm just really excited about this episode.
All right.
Turn back while you have the chance.
So we're nearing the end of the story. Will it be today? Will it be next? I don't know, because it really depends on my players. And let's get into this episode, because where we left things was pretty dire. In fact, we were a little bit late starting because we were trying to fill Finn in, and he just kept being so surprised as to what happened.
It all went to garbage, man.
So it all went to garbage.
Death.
That's what happens when I'm not here, clearly.
Yeah. So our heroes, our sidebars.
And whose fault is that?
Did I
Fringe
hear?
Festival.
Did I hear Keystone of the group? Is that?
So,
Did I hear missing frequently?
last episode found our heroes, the sidebars, in the glass house, where they were looking for the thing that Mr. Kane has sent them on a mission to go find somewhere in the monastery. The thing that means that the monastery's plants grow when everybody else's around them are dying. So whatever that is, he wants it, he wants to monetize it, he wants the power of it. He sent you off to go look for it. You have gone into the glass house, the place where the growth was the absolute craziest. After gathering a fairly decent amount of herbs and spices and things on the plant list that the Ep30 gave you from back in Lakeside, so you should be able to cash that in for a bit of money when you get back, which will be nice.
If we can get them out of the bottomless bag.
If you can get them out of the bottomless bag.
It's gonna go fine. What could happen?
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
You walked into the thick of what is on the outside bubble of this glass house. Now, this glass house is absolutely full of thorny vines and plant life, meaning that you have to sort of force your way through everything to get through, which possibly is how our sidebars did not notice that they surrounded by vines that were moving in of themselves.
Okay, hot. I'm thorny.
Yeah, so pretty soon they found themselves being attacked by vines, being thrown forwards in a desire to move forward into a particular spot in the floor. Granny then thunder waved the crap out of her own party for reasons only known to her.
Which is why she's now going to detective mode from the 1920s.
Did reveal the oncoming approach of a rather nasty-looking creature made out of a giant yellow flower growing out of the chest of a familiar corpse to Dexter. We have indeed found the body of Abbott Peak,
Dexter's
and it is not.
dead person.
Yeah, not in a great condition, honestly, because this big yellow flower seems to have grown vines that are sort of using like quadrupedal movement, sort of moving through the space, standing on its vines. And when Dexter approached this creature, sort of half blown there, half kind of moving in that direction, because just behind this creature is a stone on a pedestal, matching the description that they were given for the Earth Stone. They can see it. It is right there. When I say right there, about 30 feet away from Dexter right now. But then the vine swallowed it once more after Granny's thunderwave had blown it apart and swallowed it again. And that's kind of where we find our sidebar heroes all sort of standing in this group after watching Dexter be pummeled by this yellow flower to the point of falling onto the floor. and it seems to be gathering Dexter into itself.
Just having a little sleep. You know,
Sleepy time.
like a forced violent sleep.
Yes.
It's
So,
very important for a growing boy. Growing? I mean, because glasshouse plants.
and top of the order is currently Dexter. Now, Dexter has no HP, so we know what happens when you have 0 HP and nobody has gotten to you yet. It's death saving throws time, my friend.
Yes, if anybody watching is not knowledgeable about D&D, first of all, thanks for tuning in. Secondly, I've essentially got to roll 10 or above for a success. 3 successes, we good. 3 failures, I come up with a new character called Schmexter Schmementine. He's a monk with a mysterious past.
I thought he was a punk.
That is
with a mysterious mask.
That is 1 success. I rolled a 16.
What constitutes a
Nice,
mysterious
okay.
mask? Asking for a friend.
Any mask that you don't know where it's come from.
Cool, thank you.
Like a pole? Or no.
I was going to
Yeah,
say
like a
that's
ship.
all masks.
That's what's so mysterious about it, guys.
Guys, who's making all of these masks? What's the deal?
Me when I'm on a pirate ship.
Yeah. All right, so Dexter, sort of, what are you thinking about? Because I like to ask my players, you know, they're not, like, they're unconscious and they are potentially moving towards something, or is there a light, or is there a thing that you're seeing? Like, what is it that Dexter believes is there, you know?
I see. I was going to be a sassy boy and say, he's unconscious. He's not really thinking about a lot.
But you're
going.
dying. So what is Dexter, like, no, but genuinely,
It's
you're
true.
dying. So what does, I mean...
More dying than I was before.
Yeah, I mean, because we don't, like, religion doesn't necessarily exist in this world, or at least you don't know the word. So what happens, well, what does Dexter think is happening, and does he expect what's happening, and, you know?
Dexter is standing in a wide field. Green plants of various farm crops that you'd expect to see are stretching further than he could possibly fathom as a distance. It's not material, it's something kind of beyond that, and you can tell.
Imperial.
In front of him, what was green plant life, very like abundant, is now slowly starting to wilt. That line has kind of pushed away from him with 1 success. He is going more towards the greenness, the abundance of crops, but it's still there, kind of at the peripheral, that it could just all wilt and die.
I will say, the only thing I'll add to this is that, just again, on the peripherals, you think you see, like, other figures, but you can't quite make them out. Like, every time you go to look at them, you're not really sure if they are there or not, or, you know? Yeah, this
I hate
big
that.
decaying field that also looks like it has maybe an end. It doesn't look endless,
Yeah.
you know? So it looks like it has kind of dark, like, terrifying void boundaries. Yeah.
Yeah, where parts of the dying soil are kind of breaking away and floating into
Yeah,
this darkness,
pretty much.
never to be seen
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. Is this only because you're, like, not dying enough to be part of this yet? Because you're not kind of able to touch anything or feel anything because you're not quite there yet? Cool.
Just edging death.
Itching death.
You know, death with benefits.
It's not quite enough.
All right. So that's what's happening with Dexter. Hamlet. Hamlet, you find yourself at the back of the pack with Granny, probably being quite surprised after watching Granny, like, thunderwave the own party. You were standing behind Granny, so it didn't actually, like, get you. You've been, like, dealing with vines that have been trying to attack you.
What the hell, Granny?
Follow the goals. I
Okay,
didn't see Dexter there. It was very
So,
pushy.
I'm going to... Okay. I'm gonna dash to Dexter. I would also... Like, is it...
Yeah, Dexter's about 20 feet away from you,
Cool.
and it's difficult terrain, so it'll take you about 40 feet to get to it.
Sweet, so I will have to dash to get there.
Yeah.
Cool. Is the plant holding Dexter in such a way that I can just, like, take him out, or will I have to, like, slice off some vines?
No, it's not yet. right? Like it smashed him and one of the vines is still kind of draped over him and starting to curl like it's going to grab him, you know? So
Cool.
you're able to grab before the wrapping up happens.
All right. I grab him, fling him over my shoulder, and I would like to take him out of the fray, and I would like to... Oh, do I action surge or do I risk it? If I carry him out of combat, he is also going to risk opportunity attacks, right?
Yes.
Cool. Can I disengage for the both of us? Is that... If I action surge and then disengage, does that...
Well, he's an unwilling, so, you know, that's kind of fine. He's not doing it on purpose. He's being moved out of the space, so we'll kind of ignore that for the sake of those rules.
Cool. So I will
Yeah.
need to disengage, though.
Yeah, you would if you don't want to incur an attack of opportunity.
Neat.
Yeah.
All right. I grab him, sling him over my shoulder. I would like to disengage and then run as far away as I can.
Perfect. Can you just do me a athletics check just to see how you go with carrying Dexter?
Yeah, I can. That's I would argue the way that landed on D&D Beyond is on, like, kind of on the side. I don't know if I would allow
Use it
that
as
if that was an
cocked.
actual roll.
Wow. Okay. Are you trying to say that D&D Beyond cocked your dice?
The D&D Beyond animation is cocked.
Well, it
Because
kind of like
D&D
leaned against the
Beyond
side of the screen, and I...
is technically a number algorithm which rolled a number and then the animation showed you a number.
I'm saying I would not have accepted that if that was a physical dice roll, is all I'm saying. But
you know I can see your roll, right?
yeah, I know you can see it. But just for the record, I would not have accepted that roll.
For the chat, the roll is a 12.
That was a 12.
So, I think it's a struggle to carry him right now. I think you're going to not be able to move your full whatever speed you've got left. Yeah.
Okay, so
what have you got? What have you got left?
I've
You've
got
got about 20 feet, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're probably only going to be able to get about 10 feet away with him.
Cool. Okay. Sweet. That's cool. I would also then like to, at the end of my turn, sort of shield him from the flower creature and put
Yeah, you
myself
can put-
between him and the corpse flower.
100%. Yep, you can do that. Yeah.
Alright.
You sort of, like, kind of drop him down, like, by you, behind you. You haven't dropped him, but, like, drop him down. And you can see where Bardley's standing in a bunch of, like, leafy, kind of mossy debris, all gathered in a very particular, weird kind of way.
Unlike usual.
And you're not standing quite on that.
Okay, so we're just short from the...
Just short of it.
Sweet.
Granny, you're up.
Cool. I am going to... I feel terrible about this, but it did look cool.
No.
I'm going to run up to the two wonderful boys under my care with a bowl of broth and give it to Dexter.
Compliments
if I
don't count
can.
unless they're in character.
Can I do that with 30 feet movement speed?
It is too far from you right now.
Shoot. Okay, what else can I do to Kiara?
Throw me a bow!
Can I? Because it's a touch thing.
I'm open.
Just splash him with the broth.
Wake up!
Just boiling hot broth in the
Joe
face.
Biden.
This doesn't make any sense. In which case, okay, I'm gonna get as close as I can, and can I just cast Shillelagh on my trusty spoon and throw it at the Abbot Peak flower thing
Yes.
as a ranged situation?
Yes. You don't normally throw your spoon, do you?
No, that would be improvised, but I am quite distraught by what I've done.
Makes sense.
So, yeah,
Granny's
sorry.
going beast mode.
This is quite a lot
Finally.
of customizing this situation. I can just cast Magic Stone at it, and it's the same. Okay, I'm rolling.
Sure.
I'm rolling. It is 25 to hit.
Okay.
Slay.
Cool, and because it's a Magic Stone spoon, it does 9 damage to the flower.
Do we say you put the stone in the spoon and then just like catapult it?
Oh, like those like doggy ball throwers.
Sure. Yeah, exactly like that, yeah.
What happens if I cast Magic Stone on the Earthstone?
It can
I have
only
no
be so
idea.
magical.
It cancels out, actually. That just makes it a normal stone.
Rip the hospital.
Yeah, it's too powerful of an artifact.
What's a stone squared?
If you throw it at
What's
someone,
that in
it does
kg?
do bludgeoning damage though now.
I guess it's
Now it talks.
I don't want
It's
to.
really annoying.
Yeah, I don't want to hear what a
Oh,
stone has
God.
to say.
If you put your sword in it,
Rolling
then
on
we could
it,
have the sword and the stone. Talking edition.
okay. Yep. Damage taken. It sort of has this thing bounce off it and looks at you, regards you with its weird dead corpse head flopping backwards, looking at you upside down.
Ew.
Yuck.
Yeah. Okay, Bardley.
Whoa, it's me.
Well, it's not your go yet, my friend.
Oh
Unfortunately.
no. Okay.
Something happens to
The
you.
I mean, it's me.
yeah, the giant like debris field that you're standing on sort of moves and reveals itself to have like jaws underneath all of this debris, and they come together and close
Right
on
now,
you.
over me.
Yep. And it rolls a 22 to hit.
Okay, well, obviously that... I was going to go check, but obviously that hits me.
Yeah.
That hits you,
Obviously.
Lennon, McCartney.
So you
Even
are
Ringo.
trapped.
Together.
You are trapped inside its leafy jaws. You are blinded and restrained because it literally comes up over the top of you and kind of almost swallows you.
Can I react? Action? Can I
Yeah, you
reaction?
can have a reaction. You also do take, by the way,
Yeah.
14 acid damage.
Okay.
At the start of your turn, so this would be the start of your turn. So you take,
14.
but do the reaction first, and then
Is your
we'll deal
reaction
with the
just
damage.
swearing?
I can opportunity attack, right?
It has
maybe not.
If you have it as a reaction,
I do, yes. I just
Yes.
always
No.
forget about it, so I never do it.
It didn't actually move outside of the square that you're in.
It's moving over me, though.
Yeah, but not
yeah,
5
but
feet.
you were literally
How tall is
standing on
Bardley
it.
that it's going like 6 feet up? You
you
play
telling
basketball.
You're trying to tell me... Listen, I fell off a cliff once, and I immediately grabbed onto a tree and saved my own life. You're telling me that tree then tries to eat me, I'm not immediately trying to punch my way out or sword my way out as a reaction? Something comes towards me really fast, I'm gonna react. That's all I have to say.
This conversation's gone off a cliff as well.
Do you know what? I'll allow it. You persuaded the DM with just being charming.
I improvised my way out of that.
And people say improv is... Anyway, what do you...
Yeah.
Yes,
So
Say.
roll attack as this thing closes on you.
You know, if something comes at me really fast,
Stop.
I also react.
Stop. Am I... Okay, rolling to hit first still?
Yes,
roll
roll
to
to
hit.
hit.
21 to hit.
Yes, definitely a hit.
Right back at you, just one below what they did to me. And then I'm doing this with my rapier.
Cool.
8 damage.
Perfect.
Stabbity stab.
Yeah, it barely looks like it registers your stabbity stab as it swallows you.
I would like
and-
to imagine it just looks like a needle. like the plaque comes up around me, and a tiny little needle just comes out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Zorro, but way less effective.
You've got
Yeah,
an air hole
so-
now, which is good.
It is the start of
Like
your
when you catch a
turn,
bug.
and at which point you take the 14 acid damage
Right,
from being inside it, and
Yeah.
then it is your go.
Um,
You are blinded and restrained. Now, that's a little problematic for you. Blinded is going to give you disadvantage. And Julia totally remembers everything about restrained and is not going for a
your
DM
sp-
screen at all.
Your speed
I'm
becomes...
like I'm like restrained in the thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
your
inside
speed
it.
is 0, attacks
How-
against you have advantage, and your attack rolls have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage
And-
on dexterity saving throws.
But you
If
do
anybody
have
casts Fireball in
total.
there.
You do have total cover, so you have cover from anything happening outside. So that means if Granny was going to thunderwave again, it would not affect you on the inside of this thing.
As she is wont to do.
I mean, I made mistakes, but that's just hurtful.
We'll
I'm
stop bringing
actually
it up when
telling
it
you,
stops
in this
being funny.
case, in this case, Thunderwave might be useful.
Well, I was just
Are you
gonna
saying
wonder
it's not hurtful? Okay.
what would happen if I thunderclapped inside.
That sounds like you're farting inside of a thing.
There are multiple ways to make music.
What happens if I rip a real fat one inside the man trap? You think that's a question that's ever been asked before?
Yes.
Law of averages.
Unfortunately, yes.
There's a new one.
I've been on the internet.
Infinite monkeys.
I mean, I mean, you are restrained, but you're not like, paralyzed, so you can make the movements to do it.
Yeah,
So
I was
guess
gonna
it
like
was-
tap on the the walls of flesh
Yeah.
around me to make a beat.
You could
as
do the
opposed to
thematic
farting.
components.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh gosh.
Don't make those sounds. Why would you make those sounds while tapping on flesh
Please
walls?
don't eat me, plant. Please don't eat me, plant. I'm gonna make a thunder wave and
Clap.
no thunderclap because I can't thunder wave. It's like a rain dance, but it's a thunderclap song inside a
Okay.
plant.
I love it.
Thank you.
It's gonna
I'm kind of
take
hamboning, but on the plant.
it's gonna take a moment. And somehow this still damages it, even on the inside,
Nice.
because it failed its check.
Nice.
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 Yes.
So do
Because I know I have to do a Constitution saving throw for that, and it
Yes.
rolled like garbage.
Great.
So yeah, please feel free to give me your damage.
was this on disadvantage? So do I have to do this twice?
No, because it's not you doing the attack, so you just roll the damage
Okay,
straight.
Yeah.
Great.
If you're
I'm
making
gonna roll
something
it
make a
gay.
saving throw, there's no advantage or disadvantage.
Apologies. You roll it gay if you want to roll it gay. You roll it bi if you want to roll it bi. You roll it straight if you want to roll it straight.
I'll do it pansexually. Here we go. I rolled
You
a
got
2.
And that doesn't mean that we're saying anything about pansexuals.
I am. No.
We are not saying that all pansexuals are a 2, for the record. Do not come at us.
Ironically, pansexuals are against 2. They want the other.
Oh, great. Now we're fighting.
Now
That's-
we're getting into queer discourse.
Now we're
God
getting
damn.
into
God,
discourse.
and we're not even in a
I was
Wellington
trying to be
bookstore.
like, it's the I'm attracted to my own gender and other genders too.
Okay, so you do that. You do the damage. It does hurt this creature, not a lot. And
Well-
you are unable to move anywhere, so I guess you're stuck in here.
Wait. Then as a bonus action,
Uh-huh.
sorry,
Yes.
a healing word I am going to cast
And yourself.
on my own skin. Yes.
That makes a lot of sense, yes.
Could you cast it through the plant onto Dick? Oh no, you have to touch, right? No,
I
that's
think you
healing
have-
touch.
Oh, it's healing word.
You have to see the
you have to be able to
target.
see. And you are blinded, so...
You can't be like, heal
Close your
wherever
eyes
you
and-
are. Take some healing.
Think about it really hard.
I visualize myself and roll a 7.
Okay, nice. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. And then I will end my turn.
Okay. Swallowed by Mantrap. Got it.
Just a classic Wednesday night for old JD.
You'll go
does
down
it
to the
mean?
mantra.
Move on.
Okay. It is the Vines go. The Vines are busy attacking Granny. They're really trying to get Granny and
I'll
just...
knit them into a sweater if they touch me.
Okay, how's a 21?
Oh, they touch me, yes.
You take 6 bludgeoning damage because I rolled really badly, and you are grappled. Until the grapple ends, you are essentially the condition restrained, it says, and you feel like these thorns that are grabbing into you are trying to inject something into your skin that it looks like you might take at the start of your turn. So,
Fun.
yep.
Oh my god.
Acid and venom and poison. Oh my.
Where did you guys bring us?
Plant place.
It's a linear story.
Greenhouse.
We had to adapt it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not
It's-
our fault. We got railroaded into it.
It's almost like the glass house is trying to protect itself, or something is trying to protect itself anyway.
We should have stayed in Lakeside.
I should just talk to it then.
I should charm the body.
And now
I
it's
shouldn't have come back.
our favorite flower.
Ah.
I'm gonna die.
Now
Oh, yes. Everyone's favorite boy.
It would like to move forward, and it sees a new person, and it's blocking him from the juicy corpse it wants to digest. So he's going to try and hit new friend. Now he hits with a multi-attack of 3 tentacle attacks. So,
I'd like to see him try.
okay, how's a 20?
Yeah, that hits pretty well, actually.
How's 9 bludgeoning damage and 10 poison damage?
Well, I'm down.
Exactly the same thing that happened to Dexter, is this thing got hands.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, so it is to be.
So, 19 points of damage, you said?
19 points of damage.
Exactly 19 points of damage? Not
Exactly.
Like give or take?
It's a 10 bludgeoning and
Is that exact lethal?
no, 9 bludgeoning, 10 poison, just in case it matters. But yeah, 19.
Nah, you ain't a dwarf.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm on death saves. It's not lethal, but
Yep.
I'm on death saves.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, this is so cool. This is really, really
guys are
I'm
lucky.
cool.
glad he's back.
You guys are lucky that this guy doesn't seem to want to like continue to pummel the dead corpses. It wants to swallow them, but it can't swallow them on a turn where it's tried to pummel. So
Yeah.
he's just
yeah.
gonna move forward and like get ready again to, swallow things.
Well, prepare to meet Schmamlet Schmockflower. Because
It's
Is
just
going
all about
to-
characters with fake mustaches.
he's going to
That's
have
gonna be the
poison
way.
resistance.
Yeah.
Schmamlet?
Yeah, we're all playing dwarves and talking in very racist Scottish accents.
Death saving throw, my friend. You've got one save. You got a few to spare.
You got it, buddy. Oh, an 11?
11.
Revive
That's
him.
2. That's 2. We're feeling positive.
I get knocked down and then try to get back up again.
Yeah, totally. Things are getting a little more real for Dexter where you are. Things are you starting to feel like you can almost smell and feel the wind, like almost. Not quite. You're like, wait, was that wind? No. Wait, what? Was that a figure that flicked into existence walking around in this field? It's getting a little more, but also still not quite in focus. Hamlet. Saving throw.
Do I have to?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know how to do it on the website, so I'm going to roll it on my own dice this time. Thank you, D&D Beyond.
Yeah, you can do that. I support that.
That was a 1.
A natty what? That's 2 fails.
A natural 1.
That's 2 fails.
This is the day Dexter was meant to die, not Hamlet.
Hamlet's
Oh,
just
man.
always stealing my thunder. No, I'll die first.
Man. Okay. Well,
I'm starting to freak out. Are you guys starting to freak out? I mean, I know I called this episode "Everybody's Dead," but
Chat, how are you doing? How are you doing, chat? Are you good? Get yourself like a hot beverage of your choice. Just
there's a lot of
Relax, calm
oh no's and
yourself.
I'm freaking out. Okay, so natty 1, 2 fails. Holy crap!
Wait, you got a 1? Does that mean something's gonna happen?
Oh yeah. Yep.
You're gonna
You
be
know what?
unconscious and moist.
I'm trying to move in
You're gonna be a
name
puddle.
tags and roll me a d6.
D6. Okay.
Roll me a d6.
Please be a good thing.
That would be awesome.
They kind of are now,
Just
aren't they?
become-
They've all seemed pretty positive.
Become a tree.
A 4.
A 4.
Or some stiff.
Okay.
Maybe if I become slippery, the flower won't be able to
heard
eat
nothing.
me, and I'll keep slipping out of its grasp.
Like, whoa.
It's like, what was that like water sack thing that I used to have as a kid that would just like
Ah, yes, the thing I practiced with.
Yep. Okay. So
I regret bringing this up.
No,
What
it's fine,
happens to
it's fine. So that one there particularly is usually the one where you are unable to stealth because you have a blue flickering light all around you. So as you go down, there's this like blue flickering light all around you, but you do hear a voice who's like, oh no, that is not what's supposed to happen. A little help here, a little help.
Is she going to the manager? Let me get the boss.
Karen?
And only you hear this as you, like, go deeper into whatever is going on with you, which we will get to in just a second, as you feel very cold, goosebumps. And if anybody was looking at Hamlet where you're lying, you're a little blue, yes, and you're also like goosebumped up suddenly out of nowhere. And this is actually quite a nice temperature in this glass house. So just suddenly freezing cold. All of that happens.
Werewolf noises.
And what happens in terms of what Hamlet sees? There is like a dark cave in front of you. It looks like on a cliffside, and it's quite a dark, large size sort of cave. You can hear rushing water somewhere. You can hear the forest all around you, but you're not looking at the forest. You're looking at this cave, and you see like red streak of a weird grey fog cloud trying to come into view as it sort of steps out of the cave, is in the cave. You're not really sure, right, what you're looking at. You're like trying really hard to put all the things together that you're seeing. And then you hear just all around you.
Werewolf noises.
Just howls.
Just like the Goosebumps theme.
All around you.
I guess the great deity R.L. Stein.
And in that moment, for whatever reason, you're like, yeah, I have been alone my whole life. Like, nobody sticks up for me. Like, nobody, like your family, you're not the favorite. Like for some reason that sense of being alone, like that loneliness is yours. Like that's the thing that you own. And so, like, you're like, yeah, I am alone. Like, that makes sense that I would be here. You don't know why you're thinking that. It doesn't make sense. It's not connecting to anything that you've, like, felt or learnt before. But it's just, like, innately known knowledge, if that makes sense.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, there's a reason for this, Hamlet, but this was not supposed to come yet. But here we are.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. And she doesn't heal me at all?
No, unfortunately
Cool.
not.
All right, no, that's cool. No, that's fine.
Not
I
that
just
kind
get
of
wolves.
dirty.
No, you're just alone now.
Yeah, cool. Hell yeah.
The chat, some of the old established Fateys might know a little bit about why and what's going on, but you guys don't. You don't know. So,
No.
yep.
No, I legitimately do not.
Me neither.
Well, thank you, old lady's voice, for these wolves. I feel very alone now.
Yeah, she's nowhere. Like, that voice just disappeared. Like, she was, like, kind of panic sounding and was like, a little help? And then just wolves.
And you feel her presence is gone too.
Yeah. But you do feel inside of you there are two wolves.
And you get those goosebumps every time.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Which brings us back to Granny.
Cool. So I'm
happening, Granny?
grappled. Am I?
Yeah. Yeah, in
Right.
these vines, and you're about to take some damage too.
And is it
You
what
are
kind
taking
is it?
poison damage.
That's not good.
Yeah,
Okay.
14 poison damage.
I'm just trying to see, but oh no. Okay, cool. You can do this. Do this. It's fine.
Well, you've got someone being swallowed in a giant man trap, which you can see is poking through with a sword, so presumably they're alive in there. And 2 people dropped on the ground.
Let's see. And did you say okay? So, but now I can't really cast the Thunderwave anymore because people are on the ground.
What's stopping you?
And can I get out of the grapple and cure someone?
You can try, yeah.
Yeah, I would like to just try and like desperately get out of the thing. And
So you can do either a athletics check or an acrobatics check to get out. The escape DC is 14.
Oh my
god. Whatever one you think you can get out with. Otherwise,
they're both terrible. Okay, I'm so sorry. I haven't slept. Okay, this is really making me nervous. Okay, athletics, it's the same. Oh, for heaven's goodness. 6, I assume. No. Would I be able to cast still? Because that's an action, isn't it? That's my movement or my action.
To escape a grapple is action.
Ah! Okay, let's see, do I have any bonus action? Okay, it's fine. Nobody panic. We'll be okay, is what I say.
Yeah, you're like saying that from where you were wrestling with vines.
This is the meme. Granny's just like, this is fine. Everything's fine.
The grass house is on fire.
I have 2 weapon fighting.
The second part
Does
of that
that
meme
mean
where it's like, this is not fine. How did it get to this point?
It started out with the glass house. How did it end up like this?
It was only a glass house. It was only a glass house.
Okay, because I tried to get out of the grapple, can I use 2 weapon fighting to actually slap something, or is that not? No.
What?
I was going to say, because your wild shape is still in action too, it's not a bonus action yet.
Okay.
Yeah, damn. I was going to say, otherwise you could, bonus action
is
wild
that the
shape
show?
into something.
Yeah, no.
See, somebody told me that you went to that show.
I only have...
Yeah, for the people listening at home who missed that, JD just held up a ticket to the Killers that they went to at some point.
I saw the Killers.
To flex on the homies.
To flex on exclusively the people watching the stream.
Okay.
Our
Is this
homies.
because
I
I'm
was just joining in
the
the
killer? Or...
we said we've just, this whole episode is just filled with lyrics, and it's a fun little game we played for Fateys at home. Find all of the song references, and I will give you a sticker if you find me in the wild.
A sticker?
Or a Pokemon card.
Hey.
Back to the game.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm just gonna
Angels.
cast Shillelagh on my, whatever I'm holding for the next time.
Yeah, you were holding a spoon and some stones.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna cast Shillelagh on the spoons, and the stones are already magic stones, so...
They are.
Just magicking up with my 4 hit points. Hello.
Mantrap's turn. It does nothing.
Nice.
Bardley's turn. Acid happens at the start of the turn. I really hope this doesn't kill you, Bardley. How's 10? Does 10...
No, I'm alive. So.
Okay.
Just... Okay. Here's a hypothetical. Because I don't know the mechanics necessarily of things. If we have magical items that are... the properties of the plants that we have. The Perspike, right? Mm-hmm. For example, it put us all to sleep, right?
Yes.
Would that work on, another plant because it's kind of magical and that's
you're
ability?
honestly not sure.
Right.
You could, just give it a go. I mean, where you are is in a closed space, so if it's going to do anybody, it would do the thing you're in.
Right? It would also probably do me. is the problem with that, though. But then... Okay. If I have 2 weapon fighting as a bonus action.
The seeds explosion, just so you know, the seeds explosion, you already know this. You, as players, you will have well forgotten this, but it's a con save of 14. So if you thought you could pass that reasonably successfully, then, that might be an option.
Well, could I use it as a two-handed attack?
Oh yeah, so you want to
picking up-
stab and shatter.
I would like to do something else and then do that as a bonus action.
I'll allow it. Let's go.
Okay. So I'm going to try.
Fudge it.
Yeah.
I'm really stressed, guys.
We're gonna
You're
magic it,
stressed.
guys.
I'm just vibing,
Okay.
man. I've been unconscious this whole session. You could have just put a picture of Dexter up and I could have, like, just hung out for the evening, man.
Knitted a scarf.
But then I would have missed all of you guys. Imagine not showing up for a session. Anyway, Jules, what are you going to do?
Imagine killing the first one back. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Crazy cuckoo bananas.
Crazy town.
Yep, death is always on the table in my games, so don't take it off because then the stakes aren't real.
We're eating steak? Okay.
What else is on the table?
Death.
Stop talking about the wolf puppies, chat!
Wait, we're all about to die and they're just talking about some heckin' puppers?
That's because they're talking about the litter of wolf puppies that Marley killed in book 1 and comparing you guys to
You
that.
can never escape.
Comparing us?
We're the puppies. We're the puppies.
We're dying.
And you're actively killing us. What chat doesn't know is that these are actually the
love
names
you
of
too.
those puppies.
Yeah.
They were Bardley.
Yeah. Okay,
And Granny.
Anyway, come on, Jules, you can do it. I believe in you.
Well,
I have faith.
I've tried. Okay.
Come on, Jules. I swear to
You can
God.
do it.
I swear
What
to
I'm
God,
going to try and
Jules.
do is I'm going to try and shove my dagger
Uh-huh.
into the plant
Uh-huh.
in a way that, like, rips it open.
Okay. And how are we arguing doing this?
Like, how am I arguing that I stab?
In a way that rips down.
Well, I'm in it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because it's a very tight and close environment, right? I'm going to jimmy up my little dagger from where it is into my hands and right around up into my mouth. And I'm
Okay.
going to use my mouth and my hands and my body weight to thrust myself forward
Okay.
so that the knife is solidly through, right?
Okay.
And then, using my body weight again, I'm going to lean against it and use gravity to pull it down as I stop holding myself upright and lean into the gravity, and hopefully that'll tear through like a pirate going through a sail.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Uh-huh.
Physics.
Where did that
Although
mask come
apparently
from?
you can't do that.
And I gather you're doing
Mysterious.
this in order
Yeah.
to throw the jar somewhere, or...
I'm trying to get out, and then I'm gonna shove it back in there, hopefully breaking the purse
Like a
spike.
grenade.
Yeah.
Okay, look,
I like rip off the bag thing and I like chuck it,
here's the
Don't.
thing.
and I hold the flap.
Rules as written, you are restrained in there, right? Which means your movement is 0, which means you're going nowhere.
But what are they restrained by?
Yeah, but I'm cutting the restraints.
But what I'll do is I'll give you an escape check
okay.
with this creative dagger ripping.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little harder than the vines because the vines are just grabbing this you're fully body restrained by. So we'll give you a DC 16. It's not that much harder. Escape check, which is either an athletics or an acrobatics. That is me going well past rules as written to allow you a shot.
There's also already a hole in it, so arguably easier to rip. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm not bad off with those, so please don't roll badly. Okay, I got a 20.
Nice. Okay. All right. So you managed to stuff this dagger into your mouth and somehow lean hard enough for it to rip down into the little pokey hole that you made before and make enough of a slit.
I feel like Bardley has actually played out these scenarios.
Yeah. What would I do
to some
if?
extent?
Yeah.
If I was kidnapped and I didn't have access to my limbs and I had to get out of a situation. Just escape rooms.
That's what
escape
you're
like
thinking
Ace.
about when you zone out.
All right.
Do you escape like Ace Ventura out of that
That and
rhino?
Okay. So you find yourself tumbling out. Granny is very surprised to see Bardley just tumbling out of this crazy, almost Venus flytrap that is up like this. And you turn around and you can see situation real bad. Granny is struggling against the vines, trying to get to you guys. And there are 2 people down on the ground next to you. Yeah.
Am I still blind?
No, not anymore, because you're outside. That was your action, though. You know that, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if it's actually worth doing I've got bonus action healing words still.
Yeah. So healing word would stop someone from having to do death saving throws. At least temporarily. You have somebody on 2 saves and you have somebody on 2 fails. You wouldn't know that necessarily,
Yeah,
but I'm
that's what
going
I was
to tell
gonna
you
question.
that. Yeah,
Would Bardley know that?
I feel like Hamlet's looking well more damaged. Somehow. Yeah.
Closer to more pale?
like more covered in the poison, like the poison's like he's twitching and stuff, and it's like doing weird things to his, body.
God, Hamlet's so dramatic, even in death.
Kill it. It's fine.
Oh, yeah?
I believe. I believe. Oh, this is a very stressful session, everyone.
I know what you're talking about. I'm having a great
Can't
time.
get to fun, not to feel real feelings. Damn it!
I'm just grooving.
All right, Jules, what are you doing?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of things. I've got the bag of holding with the purse spike, but now I'm like, is this even... How does the plant look behind me? Is it still alive after being cut out of?
Yes.
Okay, so
It did take
that's still an
damage
issue.
to that, so I'm going
Right.
to give it some damage, which makes sense.
Slay.
Yeah.
Please heal us. Please heal one of us.
I can
Don't worry about me. Like,
Play,
heal-
yeah,
the
play
thing is,
how
look-
you like, but please,
look, listen.
God, heal one of us.
But listen, I'm also only on 6, so it might be me.
But if you don't save them, they might die. Permanently
Yeah,
die.
but if I don't save me,
You are
then
the
I
only
might die
healer.
too.
But
You are the
Yeah.
No,
healer.
Granny can also heal.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Granny's
But
grappled.
you have 3 death saving throws, so technically you'd have at least another turn. Whereas Hamlet might not have another turn. Just to really.
Okay. I understand the stakes. But does it work for Bardley? Would Bardley heal Hamlet?
I mean, that makes sense.
Do we
that
have
is
healing?
the character choice.
Do we have any healing potions as a collective unit?
Checks my inventory. I've got a loot.
Yeah, I tried myself, but I don't see anything.
Uncut gem. Got
Chat,
rations.
do we have any healing potions? Because we don't write shit down.
Well,
I do.
Yeah.
I got nothing, but it's also not helpful unless you want to take it off my body.
You didn't have
But I
enough
don't have
money
any
to
anyway.
buy any from the apothecary.
That's right. Did we get given any by the... No, probably not.
No. You just didn't have any money. That was the problem. You got enough herbs
Well-
and stuff now. Actually, you spent your money on those dodgy magic items.
That's true. Those were dodgy?
Weird.
I mean, I guess I have to do healing word. Or I throw a purse spike down into the middle of the room and see what happens.
And see what happens with the seed explosion. You might wake up and you're all just swallowed inside the corpse flower, which means you don't really wake up. But, that would be great.
There would be an end.
Yeah.
Alright, I say, don't die, Hamlet! And the Hamlet is the healing word.
Okay, so how much HPs does Hamlet get?
5.
Alright.
Okay, 5 is not 2 failed death saving throws. Everybody give themselves big pats on the back for that. That is some good stuff.
Thank you.
But then, from memory, Bardley, you're the last character player in the initiative order. So now it's
I am.
plant.
Yeah.
And then-
I have 6.
Yeah, boy. So, depending on how long it takes to drag a corpse, we'll see what happens. I'm confident I can make one more death save.
I've got a pretty high AC. It just happened that they got 20.
What is your AC?
It's 18.
With the shield?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which feels like it should be higher, right?
I don't know, man. I'm used to min-maxing. I don't know what good AC is anymore. I get
Not-
characters with like 22.
I'm not even
It's so
faking this,
huge
guys.
compared to,
Like, I would love to have hit, not Kasha, Granny, with the vines, but I did not. So that is some piece of good news for you.
We take the
I'm
dubs
also
where
on
we can get
4,
them young.
just saying. So this is not looking well for anybody.
Oh, don't you get knocked unconscious. I know it looks fun.
And here's the thing. The corpse flower swallows Dexter. It takes a whole turn to grab it inside. Now, I know you guys don't know this, but just so that the chat, because the chat will be freaking out. I can't even look at the chat right now.
Well, also, because was I not? Hold on, was I not also still on top of? Okay.
Yeah.
No, you would have
it's
got
gonna-
knocked away from Dexter,
and
I imagine.
you're too lively for it to swallow now. You're like too much alive. It doesn't want you. So it's going for Dexter. It swallows you inside. That's all it can do for this turn. It is currently carrying you. You're sort of placed gently on top of Abbott Peak.
Reunited.
In its next
Okay, unbirth.
in its next turn, it can begin to digest you. So you have
Okay, Vor.
You have one more turn to save
Okay.
Dexter.
Can they see Dexter? Am I still on the outside?
You're like, you're kind of part of it now. You're like in and amongst everything. Just to see if Dexter wakes up, because that would be very funny. If you did your third saving throw and found yourself in.
I'm using the same dice as the other two.
Let's have Dexter's.
Can we just clarify?
Blitz the dice, everybody.
Was that fireworks? Did someone have fireworks?
100% people are letting off fireworks opposite.
Okay. As long as it's not gunshots. I was just like, where is that coming from?
Wouldn't it be funny if one of us really died during this?
That would be
So hilarious.
That wouldn't be funny
yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
No.
Funny,
what?
peculiar.
Oh, Dios mío. I got an 8, so that is a failure.
Yep. So
Do
you
you
are
have inspiration?
remain swallowed.
No.
Used yet?
I have burnt it.
You remain swallowed. And so, at the end of our
I'm so
episode
confident.
tonight,
Are you kidding me?
Oh!
Hamlet back to life with 5 HP to watch his friend be swallowed inside this corpse flower. Looking
like me for
behind you, Hamlet, you can see Granny struggling against vines and can't get to where you are. Bardley is standing next to a giant fly trap, looking like absolute crap, having crawled out from inside it, and that is where we're going to end our episode tonight. So, and that's
the end of the
episode.
It's gonna be really
We'll
hard
have
to
to come back next week to find out what happens if they manage to make it through, if the vines let everybody go, if the corpse flower stops trying to eat everybody, if they ever make it to the Earthstone, which is sitting right there and I have art of, but they can't get close enough to see it.
So close I can almost taste it.
Friends, just let me become one with the flower.
This is so stressful and amazing and awesome and just, thank you so much to all of our live stream chat joining us on our adventure today. Your energy has been so hype. And if you are listening to this sometime in the future when we've released this on the Wednesday podcast, Isen Day, thank you so much for listening and joining us wherever you are in the future. It is great to have you here. So we hope you come back again, listen again, come to the live stream every second Wednesday on Twitch. And it's a really good time. 7:30 p.m. NZDT, which I know is a little tricky for most places. I think Seattle, it's 10:30 p.m. right now that we start. So, but yeah. Okay, so there's loads of people to thank. We have a big old list of amazing Patreon peeps to shout out and thanks. So let's do the list. Alex White Robinson, Irene Cucci, Laura Christine Goodwin, Sam Malcolm, Kydron Files, oh my god, Kai Dylan, Victoria Gavin Porter, Daniel Nichols, Violet, Squish the guy who doesn't talk in an audio only podcast, Alexander Litkites, Andrew Evans, KS the Fox, Dakota Shemansky, Sean's Uncle Fingers McGee, Jared from Indie Film Review Podcast, Ezekiel Taraborelli, The Gamatron, Christian H, Sam Sarah, Disturb1NZ, Lyndon Hood, # Paul Smells, Eric Jane, Steffi James is awesome, Penny D from The Terrible Adventures of Jandis and Breakfast Parchment Company Podcast, Aaron Gilgren, Robin McLean, Moji, Torji Barkai, Danielle, the Tea Lady of the Tea, Liquor Witch, and Liz from Movie Reviews in 20 Qs. Yay! Thank you so much.
I made myself dizzy.
Yeah.
See, that's why I was stationary
usually
the whole
do.
time. I'm like, I'm gonna just collapse.
I regretted.
And that is it for today. E noho ora ka kite ano aroha nui. Goodbye. See you again soon, and we love you loads. Bye.
Bye.
Aroha.
Well, that was intense. I just managed to scrape out of the bowels of death, but I'm here and I'm upright on 5 points of health. Dexter's not looking too great, currently being digested by a plant of some kind. Granny is being restrained by some poisonous vines, and Bradley Bardley has just managed to climb out of some strange human-sized Venus flytrap. We're all trying to find this Earthstone. We're not making very good progress so far, so hopefully next time we manage to get a little bit further. But that is it for this episode. Don't forget to review us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening to this, or just share us with a friend. You can also follow us on social media. Those are all at Fate of Isen, or become a patron at patreon.com/Fate of Isen, where for as little as $2 a month, you can support the show, join our exclusive Discord server, and get free access to some sweet bonus content and rewards. Thanks for listening. See you later, hopefully. Kakite.